want you to imagine a 12-year-old little girl from Kenya going abroad to see the renowned fireworks in Dubai. You can imagine how excited she was. And on top of that, she was getting her hair done at the hotel salon like everybody else. Expectedly, she felt like a princess. As she was waiting for her turn with her mum, keeping in mind she had already chosen the hairdresser she wanted, because the others looked like they wouldn't understand her, and he did. So later, as he was doing her hair, 5 minutes into it, he was really nice. But after that, he seemed to get irritated, and of course the little girl could see that. A few minutes after, he slammed the brushes on the table and walked out of the door. The little girl was horrified because she had never had this type of reaction towards her hair. The whole salon was staring at her, and the man who she thought would understand her didn't. By the time this whole blow up had occurred, the hairdresser next to them, who didn't look like he could understand her, was finished, so she took her in and did her hair. Surprisingly, she was really nice. She asked about where she was from, how she liked doing her hair, and even apologized about her colleague. But when she was leaving, she saw the previous hairdresser doing a Caucasian lady's hair and having the time of his life. And I mean the time of his life. The little girl was so embarrassed, she turned away and walked away quickly. Now, as you can already tell, this little girl was me. This experience really taught me to how different my hair really is. And abroad, how different my hair is really rare. Nowadays, when I look back at this experience, I always ask myself, what if he had gotten a 12-year-old little girl just like me, but with even tougher and kinkier hair? Would he have taken one look and said he couldn't do it? My story shows that abroad, people are very ignorant on how to take care of black child's hair. However, as much as we like putting other countries in the spotlight, Kenya too has its flaws on wearing your big, beautiful afro out. If you walk out on the streets today, most, if not all girls, have braids. For several good reasons, of course. But to name a few, it is extremely difficult to take care of African hair. And it needs almost an hour or even more to try and make it look perfect. And who are we kidding? No one has that much time in the morning. I feel like this is mainly due to the fact that we've been confined in such a way that not only until 1964 the discrimination of black hair was abolished in workplaces, meaning we did not have much time to experiment with products and healthier, easier ways of treating our hair. So, then we put our hair in braids. If left out, it can break. If straightened, it can cut. And if exposed to cold, it can shrink. And so many of us opt to protect our hair. And honestly, I don't blame us. However, I feel that the biggest factor of not leaving our hair out is this less social judgment. Girls tend to feel more confident and comfortable when they're in braids because it mirrors what the standard of social hair beauty looks like: long, straight hair. And in my experience, unless my natural hair looks the best it has ever looked, less people tend to compliment me. And in a recent study by Dove and Crown Coalition, it shows that 80% of black women change their hair to fit social norms and expectations. The matter of the fact is, having African hair is hard. Whether 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, and 4C, and with each come their challenges. However, they have one thing in common, and that thing is that they're all beautiful. Every curl, coil, knot you take to detangle after a good night's sleep takes a warrior, and in my opinion, some people can't handle it. However, I do acknowledge that straight and wavy hair also do have their challenges. However, what I find difficult to understand is the pool of educated Caucasian girls who are constantly flooding TikTok comments, complaining and arguing with each other about how their hair is so hard to manage. Yet everyone fails to take accountability that there are other girls around the world their age that have a much more difficult time with their hair and act as though, in my opinion, the world revolves around theirs. This needs to stop. The bickering online, the prejudice on African hair, and the silent judgment that makes us feel so uncomfortable, we barely even mention it. There are 1,000 words that can be said without even saying them. We see the stares, the faces, the smirks behind the masks, and this can all stop. If people were interested to go expose themselves to how afro, shrunk, curled hair looks like. Because in essence, we're trying to normalize something that is normal. I hope one person can walk out of here today and say that they've learned something. Something that would make them hungry to go educate ignorant people. Something that would make them want to go change people's perspectives to make people like me feel more comfortable. Because I believe one mind is all it takes. But before I go, I'd want to leave you with this. Why is a black woman's biggest hair problem that she thinks her hair is a problem? Thank you.